But you're gonna make your 270 videos um, YouTube debut.
Heyo.
So you can see the map, right, man?
Yeah, yeah, I can see the screen. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So it is crazy how far this has all come since like Tassin was like live stream his games.
Uh huh.
Now like you have a YouTube channel.
I know.
Like that was it was less than a year ago, or it had to have been. So like
Yeah, it was probably right at a year. So I started. So actually, my very first game that I logged on my Excel doc was February the 1st of 2020. So 1 year and 1 day ago. Ever since then, I've logged every single game that I've played competitively in a 1v1 on that document. I've played over 2,000 games in a calendar year, which is pretty crazy.
yeah, don't do the math. I did that when like I was at my peak, and it was like for like 6 months I averaged 8 games a day.
Oof, crazy. Now
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the live chat on YouTube because I learned that if I don't chat, then no one else can chat. So I need to say hello so that way it opens up the chat.
got it.
I was a bad. There's Blue Panda. He says, "What's up? This is the Masked Candidate tournament. We have two players, I would say equal skill level and equal candidates. We've got a clash in Ohio. Looks like it's a very classic swing battle. We did have a double pip clash in Florida, and on turn one, and I'm pleased to welcome in the original commissioner of the community tournaments inside the 270 Lounge, TJ Marciniak. TJ, I know we've been talking, but how's it going?
I'm well, man. I'm well. How are you doing?
I've been pretty good. Got my son's first birthday tomorrow, and we're
Well,
celebrating this weekend.
happy birthday to him.
Yeah, he's a cute little guy. His first round of doctor's visits, checked out okay. But the nurse, man, she made our appointment like yesterday, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't give him any shots because he wasn't a year old. Then
Yep, I
why
remember that. Yep, yep, yep.
why did they schedule it for that
Yeah,
day?
the day. Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, I
Stupid.
remember that. We had the exact same thing happen to us. So
So yeah, I don't know, but oh well, life goes on. Same thing if you lose your 270 matches or win your 270 matches, life goes on. But I know both these guys want to win. Let's take a look at Mike Pence. I doubt you ever play as Mike Pence. Am I right, TJ?
no, yeah, you're right. I did, never played as Big Prince.
So Mike Pence does have a 30% oil and gas bonus. There's not very many Republicans who have a high oil and gas bonus in the game. Like,
What are you talking about?
well, honest question, like what would you give George W. Bush his oil and gas if you could like give him an oil and gas bonus from scratch?
I mean, I mean, he's from Texas, so I'd say at least 20, 25,
Okay.
30.
Yeah,
30's
well,
high, isn't it?
30 is really high, but there's not many Republicans who have that high of a bonus. So looks like we have a zero spin here from Powell. Pence does go up, but he does not get swing. So a little bit of mind games there.
It looks like he ticked into New York. Oh no, oh that was Florida. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, and then so now it's the big cash advantage for Powell. Powell can get it through Florida, so he's got North Carolina an edge. He might go. He's got North Carolina by himself. Does he have Virginia by himself? He does. So you
Yeah,
might
but
see.
he can't. He can't beat Pence in Florida and get those because he would need a third. He would need Wisconsin.
He's going to need Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and the Virginia and North Carolina. That's pretty risky to go. Maybe you just kind of low spin one more turn and you go up like in Wisconsin, like the fourth or to the you try to like block it. Maybe you go. So if you assume he gets up in Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico and Iowa and New Hampshire, that's quite a bit. He would only need what? Well, he'd get it with Florida and Ohio, right? 150, 170. Yeah, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
for sure. So that's I don't know. Who would you rather be in this spot?
In a battle for swing states, I always want Florida.
Mm-hmm. Well, Pence gets Florida. Powell's contesting. They're both going for it this turn. I think you're going to see some clashes in Ohio. Nope. Okay, there's Pennsylvania. Wisconsin's going to decide it. No one went in Wisconsin. No one gets the bonus, right?
Right.
Wow. All right. Now, where did Pence is still in pressuring Ohio and Pennsylvania. Powell's pressuring everywhere. But Pence does have the money advantage.
And he has Florida.
And he has Florida. But, I mean, like, if you think about it, like, he's got Florida uncontested, but, like, you know, if you assume you keep Pennsylvania and Ohio, like, that's enough. Like, that's more than the 100 that's safe. But,
Right.
I mean, I don't know. You're this is a game-defining turn right here, I think.
Right, for sure. Show me the bar. Oh, well, should I know?
Oh, clash in Arizona. Big defense there by Pence.
Was that all Powell did?
No, he went up and he just contested a couple states. Virginia pressure by Wisconsin. I think that's going to be it. The Arizona steal. Yep, swing states goes to Mike Pence.
It'll be interesting to see what the total. Okay, yeah.
There's that bar. So, I mean, he's got it by a healthy margin. You know, he'd have to
Well, that's
lose.
Wisconsin. If he loses Wisconsin, it flips back.
Yeah, he's got to the fourth pip already. He can get like Arizona and like a Colorado. Maybe you low spin here. Maybe you try to go up in. Well, he's got North Carolina good, Ohio good. Maybe you go up in Ohio and Pennsylvania and try and set a trap in low spin. Maybe you low spin and maybe pivot to Cali or Texas. Powell does have the AA, 25%. Doesn't have really many penalties. But that swing state bonus does hurt not to get it. That's one of his big bonuses.
Right.
Of course, here we go, turn. So we got defense again in Arizona. We do have a zero spin. So all defense, it looks like. Low spin, just spending his bonus money. I like that for Pence. However, I don't think that – I think he should have entered into North Carolina, and he didn't.
And Virginia.
But now that brings up Florida again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Powell doesn't have the money to steal Florida.
I mean, he does.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's easy for Pence to defend.
Yeah. We've got several people in the comment section, so I want to give some shout outs. We've got Coltafan Studios, we got Aviation Tutorials, Chase Moss, and Nicole Demo. Will there be another 270 stock video? Did you see that video, TJ?
No, sorry.
I was pretty proud of that. All that money I have in the stock market, with AMC and GameStop. I did a kind of a 2-minute, 3-minute video where I was like, stock up, stock down, buy stock in this 270 player. I'm going to sell that. It was kind of funny. It was just to play on what was going on.
Right.
Do you have any stock in any of those craze?
No, I didn't get it in time. No.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it looks like we might have Texas. Let's see, Oklahoma. So you might have Texas 2-1. So it looks like that Virginia stolen. So that's going to be a pretty secure swing state bonus for Pence. But it looks like that Powell has fully pivoted to Texas, and Pence did spend $200,000 in cash.
Yeah, that was a huge
turn for Powell.
Yeah.
Powell can now get most likely can get manufacturing. So he's up to the fourth pip in Ohio. He's up to the fourth pip in Pennsylvania, and he does face North Carolina pressure now. But it's going to be.
But he doesn't need. Yeah.
He only needs to have 2 of the 3, and if he really wants to, he could probably make a sneaky steal. Well, he doesn't have enough this turn. But
no, yeah, he'll go one. He'll probably, my guess is Texas and then the oil and gas states.
He could. I mean, he could. He could definitely give up. Give up on manufacturing. If so,
No, no,
current.
no. He'll go into Texas to get the
Yep.
manufacturing and oil and gas. Yeah, so he won't touch Wisconsin.
So it would cost. How much would it cost Pence to go past him? We go 3 pips in North Carolina, roughly 150 there, and then 250. So he could go past one. He could try to steal Ohio and North Carolina. It'd be risky, but that would prevent the manufacturing bonus.
At least for this turn, yeah.
At least a turn, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's risky because technically, Powell was smart to go in those other oil states. He doesn't have to go up in New Mexico and Colorado. So it should be, like you said, that probably is a smart play. Just get your oil, use that to leverage in California.
For sure.
So it looks like interesting. It's just 1 pip being spent in
Well,
Pennsylvania and Ohio. He already had access there.
yeah.
So very interesting. Imagine if 270 had a stock bonus, said Colton Studios. There's the main manufacturing, their swing.
So
Blue
he,
Panther
so,
says
so
hedge fund.
he doesn't have oil and gas.
He does not have oil and gas.
Oh, he's got to be close.
He did not get West Virginia.
Well, yeah. So he should have gone into Alaska or North Dakota because those are cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know. Did he defend Pennsylvania or no? He did. He just spent
No.
in Texas and the oil. Yeah, so he miscalculated, but that's okay. He'll get it this turn. However, now if you're Pence, do you go into California? He's leveraged Maryland. He already has Virginia. He could lock Virginia with his swing here. And then if he steals Pennsylvania eventually, those 3 states plus California is enough for the high tech bonus.
Yeah.
Pence high tech is not a negative; it's a neutral. So you got a small spend here by Powell, likely just in West Virginia. He's going up in Illinois as well. Maybe going to work toward that agriculture bonus. So there is the oil and gas.
So now he'll probably double tick into California.
And Old South does go to Pence. So 60K of Old South, that'll add up with Florida and having some of the Old South. Maybe Pence goes toward New York here because he's got Iowa, New Hampshire, Arizona. He can get that town and gown bonus.
Exactly.
Plus with Arizona, Florida, Georgia, 150.
And you can get North Carolina too.
Yep, North Carolina that's a good call. That would likely set. So he would get AA. He would have town and gown, Old South, and swing for good bonuses. Latino would still be kind of up in the air, but I would say edge to Pence and Latino. If he does get,
Well, I mean, I mean, Powell's definitely gonna get Latino.
oh yeah, you're right. Not definitely, but yeah, with
No, I mean he will.
with
Right?
Illinois, yeah, he will. Yeah, I was thinking there was Illinois pressure, but so a little bit of cautious play there by Pence, but I think he's going to get his bonuses with New York, and he's just fine with that. So, like I said, town and gown AA, high tech is still up in the air.
Yeah, with California. So Powell should have ticked into Michigan last turn.
Powell should have gone to Michigan, but I think that Pence also should. Pence is also holding on to quite a bit of swing money, and he could steal North Carolina to get to AA, or he could steal.
He just zeroed out
Virginia.
Yeah, so
but he didn't spend his swing 2 turns ago either, so he
right.
still has quite a bit of swing, but he could try to go for like California, or sorry, New York and Pennsylvania, get the high tech bonus, get the town and gown. Who would you rather be in this spot?
I would probably rather be Pence. because
Okay.
once he triple ticks into Florida, he's gonna New York.
New York. Yeah. So you look at the map and like the map is scary for Pence because Powell looks like he's got, all these bonuses: ag, oil, Latino, exports. And those are all good bonuses to have. But he does have quite a few EVs. We went for North Carolina and Powell defends. That was a big play. That might have evened it out quite a bit.
Yeah.
So Latino and ag and export all go toward Mr. Powell, but there's Town and Gown in AA, so it's 5-4. What bonus are we still missing? We are still missing the high tech bonus. So no one went in the Michigan.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
That's pretty crazy.
What does the bar look like?
It's pretty it's edge Powell just because of his California, but I think the Town and Gown of Utah and Massachusetts, going this turn, plus having Virginia locked, having Maryland uncontested, you can use your AA money in Delaware.
Well, Powell can now use his export in Michigan and in Washington, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so really,
and his manufacturing.
If Powell can hold on to Pennsylvania and get Michigan, then I think Powell has the inside track to the high tech bonus because he'd only need at that point a Connecticut.
Yeah, so I think Pence should have gone for Pennsylvania as opposed to North Carolina. That's not really doing him anything right now.
Yeah, I agree because it doesn't even flip like ag or anything like that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because Texas and California are already gone.
Yeah.
Now, Florida pressure, because they did clash there in the beginning. That's going to be interesting as this game progresses.
Pence is a negative AA, I'm assuming, right?
Pence is, I think so, -20.
Yeah, so that's only 80,000.
They also have swing there. So we've got Arkansas spending, Connecticut. We do have a clash, so it looks like that Powell is going to probably spend up in Michigan here. Go for that. Looks like maybe all the high-tech states.
Oh, yeah.
We got 1 pip of pressure in Illinois and some pressure in Florida. There's some pressure in Massachusetts, probably in Utah also. But yeah, they're just switching to the high-tech here. So if you are just joining us, we've got TJ Marciniak on the Zoom with myself. This is the mass candidate. This is round number 1. This is one of the final matches in the first round. We had some Texas defense, which was interesting. But TJ was the host of the very first season of the Masked Candidate. It was one of his final tournaments he hosted at the end of or midway through the summer of 2020. And so obviously 270 and the community wouldn't be where they are today without your contributions. So that's cool, but don't let it get to your head.
Yeah, don't worry.
But we've got AKJ Productions saying hello. So they're talking about win rate. Win rate's cool and all, but the I don't know. You see players like Eugene V. Debs who played like 5,000 games in the lobby, and like that's not the same as my 2,000 games competitively against high-level players in the community tournaments.
I mean, the leaderboard is trash, right? Like everybody wants to get on there, but like in the grand scheme of things, people level 8 or turn 8 quit. They pick their pick who they play. So just like that, the 270 sponsored tournaments, right? Like the lobby tournaments are where it's at. That's where you earn your keep in this game, I think.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I did not include you in the power rankings. So
how dare you?
I guess you'd be an active player now. But so have you ever heard of Rick Whitmar's new leaderboard? It's like it's like a chess ranking. So all of the tournaments going on, every player has a rating, and as they play competitive matches against each other, you are rewarded. Kind of like you're playing like online in Madden. So if you beat someone who has a higher rating than you, your rating's going to go up. Your rating can go down. It doesn't have to go down even if you lose. It depends on the other factors. But basically, Jason Casey also hosts. Wow, Arizona Flips also hosts a power rankings inside the lounge, and so I contribute a ballot to that. And I use the leaderboard rankings to just kind of give me a baseline where I split all the players into tiers, and then I used I use the eye test and my common sense. Like I can manipulate it a little bit.
Well, there goes Ohio.
But he'll keep keep export and keep manufacturing. So that was just an EV grab. So 212. That's a pretty good game so far.
Oh yeah, this is definitely anybody's game, but I wouldn't have gone. I would have gone for Pennsylvania. That's much more important at this point than Ohio is.
Yeah, and there was no defense in Pennsylvania, which is crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. I think the other person thought that it was going to be a clash. And what's up with Michigan, man? Nothing spin in Michigan. That's pretty crazy.
No, Pence went to third.
Okay, well, by Powell.
Oh well, yeah, because he went for Arizona.
Yeah.
Which again, I don't quite understand what that accomplished.
Well,
he locked in 11.
He had Latino there, and he had. Did he have anything else?
Well, then take him to New York. I mean, what does Arizona do for you?
I don't know. I mean, and I know who these two players are, but I actually forgot who each of them were. So I know who's playing, but I don't know who is Powell and who is Pence. So that's kind of
that could be problematic at the end of the game, man.
No, because what I'll do is I'll open up my Facebook tab, which is not on my phone, and I can just look. But anyway, all
right. What's the high tech? Show the high tech bar.
I will show the high tech, but anyway, with that power rankings, I ranked the top 80.
Oh shit, he lost. Okay, I lied. He lost Town and Gown.
Wow.
So that was actually a really smart play by Powell. My mistake.
Oh, not so much in Colorado. Big spin by Powell this turn. There's a Michigan flip. So he just needs a Delaware to get.
Well, he took New Hampshire, so I think he has it.
I don't think that's enough, is it? Pennsylvania, Michigan, and New Hampshire. I think he's just short.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Utah might get it though. Utah gets it, and Washington overkill, but
yeah.
So that's high tech for Powell. That's a 6-3 bonus advantage. What are we still lacking? Town and Gown.
Now we're missing Town and Gown again. Yeah.
So Massachusetts for Pence will get him Town and Gown, but Town and Gown's a negative, I'm sure. No, it's neutral. It does have 900K here. What's the flip? What makes sense? Texas is not in play. Do you think that?
Well, if you're Powell, you don't need to flip anything.
If you're Powell, do you lock Michigan and lock? I mean, I think you got to do something in Pennsylvania. He's got all that swing money, don't you?
If you're Pence, you mean?
If you are Powell, if you're Powell or Pence, if you're anybody,
Pence has the swing money.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Pence, you got to make a play at Pennsylvania.
He should have been making. He should have done it a while ago.
Right.
But now Powell's got the high tech money to defend it, on top of manufacturing.
Yeah.
And export.
So yeah, just to answer Blue Panda's question in the chat, if someone forfeits on turn 8 or before, the person who forfeits gets the loss, but the person who would have won the match does not get the win toward the leaderboard. So we got some spinning up in Delaware. Some of the high-tech states for Powell, some pressure in the county down states. Very low spin here by Pence, maybe going for counting down. So there's a lock of Pennsylvania. He's going up in Rhode Island. Did he go up anywhere else? I don't think he lost Nebraska. He's got Iowa. Did he get Towning Gown? He didn't even get Towning Gown. So
Yeah. I mean,
good steal in Nebraska prevented that. Now is 1.35 million. Does that bring Texas into play?
well, how much of that is swing? And now that Pennsylvania's locked, I mean, that swing money is basically useless. It can help defend Florida, I guess, but he should have gone for Pennsylvania way earlier.
I think I agree with you on that.
Well, Powell's
Chase
four
wants to see the
tip.
state- Chase wants to see the state groups real fast. So it is a total of 6-3.
Well, yeah, and Penn should get Towning Gown at any moment, but
There's where Powell is. There's where Pence is. Illinois, Washington. There's some pretty good IEVs, but you look at Texas. Maybe what you do if you are Pence is maybe you low spin one more time and you put a pip into California, which I know is crazy. But that 55 EV swing, you might bring the game a little bit closer than assuming that Powell protects Texas this turn.
right.
We do have quite a bit of EVs locked in, so we've got 16 plus 18 is 34, 54, 67, 77, 82 plus 4 is 86 EVs locked in.
Or 14 short. So, I mean, yeah, so if I'm Powell, I'm locking in New York, or not New York, Illinois, and going for a ballot.
Yeah, and maybe even Michigan too.
But I think he's closer in Illinois, but either way.
So it looks like we got a 2 pip, 1 pip situation. No lock of Illinois. We do have a lock of Iowa, so we're 8 short. No clashes yet. Ooh, a clash in Kentucky, no ballot. Okay, we got a lock in Maryland.
So we're there.
We're over the 100 threshold. We just have a clash in Michigan. Got a lot of money being spent here by Pence that is not really helping him long term, I wouldn't think. We do have a double pip of defense in Texas. So if he would have done what I did, or I would have said, I mean, he might have gotten quick balloted, but I think he could have gotten California maybe. I know a lot of that is swing, like you were saying, though. Old South, and swing. I'm going to defer this question to you, TJ. There's a question from Colta Fan Studios. If you don't have the big 4 major states, what would be the strategy to win?
I mean, against somebody who knows what they're doing, it's almost impossible. I mean, because like that doesn't that get you like 8 of the 10?
It would not give you Old South, and it would not give you.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing: if you have all 4, it's presumed you have other states also.
Manufacturing, yeah.
So, like just those 4 don't get you it gets you Latino, it gets you oil, high tech, ag, export.
I've actually won a match without all 4, but it was
without any of them.
Without any of them, it was a super random deal. Have you ever played against Raymond Baroy?
Oh yeah.
So it was a game where he saved because he's way down, and then on the turn before the ballot, like I accidentally zero spent, and he actually forced a ballot, but I had like 8 or 9 bonuses, and instead of defending like my big states, I just like went up in all the little states. I still won, but he flipped California, Texas. I think he already had Florida and New York, but he flipped both those states. And so the final map was like literally he only had like 6 states. He had the big 4 and then like a random like Minnesota or something.
Yeah.
It was a crazy map.
That's not the norm.
No, for sure. There's Town and Gown.
Did anybody take it to Kentucky? Okay,
We
yep.
do have a ballot, yes.
So we didn't talk about Reagan.
Yeah, so Ronald Reagan is possibly being looked at with the 270 gang and getting an update. I know that Reagan's been obviously a candidate inside the game a long time, and as a non-Republican, I know you have your thoughts on Reagan, but do you agree that Ronald Reagan should be buffed, or do you think he should be nerfed, or do you think he should remain status quo?
First of all, I'm way too white and way too old to be using those terms, so I'll just speak, how people who are 34-year-olds talk. But so here's the thing: how many? And honestly, I wish we brought this up earlier because the game's about to end. But of all the people who you consider to be the best players in the game, okay, would you agree that you can't win the game by turn 4, but you can lose it?
Yeah, in a vacuum, yes.
Okay, so what strategies do the best players start with?
It really depends. I think that primarily with the way the game is now, with the current situation, it's pretty much Old South or swing. Occasionally, you'll see a good player can pull off a New York opening, but it's becoming more and more difficult with the different combinations to kind of out pivot from New York. I don't mind it. But yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, there's a few players who play out of national groups, but that's very rare.
I guess okay. So I guess so. Indiana. Okay, so
228. Louisiana. He blocked Louisiana. He's got to pick his spots just about perfectly, and I think that might have just done it.
Yeah, I don't.
Massachusetts by 1. Michigan's going to be defense. He could lose. He's probably going to lose. Nope. Oh, just missed out on Missouri.
Yeah, Paul's definitely playing. This is essentially a perfect ballot round. Oh, damn! That was a huge. Okay, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's a. I mean, honestly, if he gets New Jersey there, he loses 3 here, but that would be 14. That put him at 48, and then if you go to Oklahoma, that's a lot of ifs.
Yeah, yes, right.
He wasn't that far. Like if he leaves one of those states alone, and goes a couple extra pips.
Right. But when you're down so big, you have to spread it out and just hope that you move up enough.
Yep. Now I need to not reveal who this is.
Yeah, don't pull a Supin.
Yeah, I need to figure this out here. So the winning player was
no, the loser.
I'm saying the winning player, the candidate was Colin Powell. So congratulations to Colin Powell. He will be moving on to the next round where he will be playing as a secondary candidate. A reminder that I chose the candidates, so they chose their first one, and I picked their second one. I will look at the bracket here momentarily, but the losing player will be unmasked in just a second. So need to double check that I've got the right name. This is a great commentary, great hosting right now. Do you have any guesses on who it is? I know you.
I have. I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea.
Yeah. Do you think either player is one of the top 10 players or 10 or 15 players that you know?
Yeah, I mean it was a solid game, so I would say they're on equal footing. So whether they're both top tier or middle or newbies,
Mm-hmm.
The newbies would surprise me. I mean, they played relatively well, so.
Yeah, it was a pretty back and forth game. So, anyway, I would like to say thank you so much to Andrew Miller, who is officially being unmasked as Mike Pence. Andrew Miller, if you are unfamiliar with him, he is the commissioner of a primary mode league inside the 270 Lounge. He is the pride of Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. So, He is a valuable part of the 270 lounge. I would call him a kind of a mid-tier player. He did crack my top 80 in the month of January power rankings.
You say top 80?
I did top 80. Yes, that's that. You know how long that took me,
dude? That's ridiculous. Like 80 people you ranked out. How many people did that mean? That means how many people didn't make the cut?
There are 9,800 people in the 270.
Yeah, right.
So yes, it was a fun deal. I'm a commissioner and on several different committees, and blah 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 how that goes. So I definitely want to have some input, but I also don't want to be like too much in control. And I do want to shout out Rick Whitmar. He does have his new leaderboard system, which is like a chess ranking, and I used 70% of his number, which is a calculation of all of the matches, and that score is pretty realistic. Now, obviously, some people have played 20 matches, some people played 5, and so there can be a little bit of bias. But what I did was I used the ranking from that leaderboard to just establish tiers. So I broke everyone up into 4 tiers: the elite tier, the A tier, the B tier, and the C tier. And from that point, then I added bonuses for quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, and championships in the tournaments. And then from there, I re-added the names. So I took away the names so I wouldn't have any bias. I added the names back after I assigned a number. And then from that point, I had the freedom to move any player up or down a maximum of 3 spots. That way I was kind of maintaining the integrity of the whole, the point system. But like if there was a very obvious or a name that I felt, was better than the numbers were showing, I could give them a slight bump or a slight decrease. So I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously it's not perfect, but for ranking that many players, I do expect that video to be out in the next couple days.
Damn. Dude, that's like next level.
Yeah, but if you continue to play, you might even make the crack ones.
I don't know about all that, but so back to my point. The point I was making about this whole Reagan debate.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that the best players, like you said, either start Old South or swing states, which more often than not benefit the Republican candidates, right? If I'm playing somebody and if they start in New York, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win.
Okay.
Because that's how I used to play, right? So I know what their next moves are, right? Utah, Massachusetts, and so on, right? So
yeah, it depends. I mean, so I have a very bad track record against Jason Casey, but and he says the same thing. But both times I've beat him in recent memory, I started off in New York.
So, okay, yeah. So of course there's going to be one off. But I'm saying, generally speaking, the best way to start the game is either Old South or swing states. Okay, which benefit the Republican Party, right? Because those are the guys who usually have the biggest bonuses in those 2 categories. Yes.
However, with swing, so it's kind of, I get it. Yes, the argument is true. However, if you look at the other bonuses that happen later in the game and the $100,000 bonuses, the bigger numbers, that benefits the Democratic Party. It's kind of a mix and match. So
exactly. Right. But for me, I want to get off to a solid start, right? So that's why I always pick Tammy, because she's got a 30% swing state, right? So that's 130,000 by turn 3 versus, Town and Gown, unless you're Obama, is essentially useless, right? Or now this new Bernie, I guess, is solid, super solid, right?
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
So the point is, everybody complains that the Democrats have the higher bonuses, which is true. But if I can get my bonuses first and I can block you from getting them, if you can block Obama from getting African American by starting in Old South and then going into swing with Florida, then the bonuses don't matter, right? Like Brendan, you could beat anybody. You can beat a new person with independent Bernie, who's playing with Obama and Michelle as his VP, right? Because the bonus, that you can stop them from getting that advantage.
You can, but you have a lot less of you have a lot less margin of error. Like if he gets AA for 1 turn, like that can snowball a heck of a lot faster than somebody else. But you're right.
Yeah. So the point I'm making is the game tends to favor the Republican strategy.
In the beginning.
Right. So, but now with Reagan specifically, he is, I get it. Like, he is the Republican version of Obama. So, like, he should be the best Republican candidate. But personally, I hate Ronald Reagan. He was a shitty person. So I don't care. I would never use him.
Yeah.
I mean, look what he did with the AIDS crisis, Iran-Contra. He smuggled in drugs to minority communities and then arrested them all, starting this war on drugs. He did that bullshit welfare queen campaign. And then, on top of that, the whole Reaganomics. So personally, I think Reagan is incredibly overrated, but I get it. People who disagree with me, fine, make him. He should be the best Republican candidate. So yes.
Who was the worst president, Ronald Reagan or Donald Trump?
I mean Trump for sure, because at least Reagan knew what he was doing. Right? Like, I don't agree with his policies, but Trump, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I know there's a lot of people who disagree and a lot of people who agree, and a lot of people who agree with you. It's a very polarizing conversation, and I know that these are a lot of things that 270 has to think about when they're updating candidates. But yeah, hopefully we can see for some of the Republican Party, someone who has a little bit better bonuses. They don't just update all of these Democratic candidates, but I do think that it's nice that they're updating the candidates in general, because
that I agree with. And like I said,
it's been, this game's been out for 5 years, 6 years. I mean, it's been a while, and some of these people definitely need a facelift.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I completely agree with that for sure. But I play as Tammy, not because I love her as a I worked for her, and she's just one of the best people ever. But her bonuses resemble that of a Republican. But she's just not. She just plays for the right party. Just kidding.
Does she have a high tech bonus?
I think it's like 10%, maybe. I don't.
Cool. Yeah, she's pretty strong, and her AA is like what, 30?
No. Her big one is the swing states.
Yeah, I know she's got 30 for swing state. I thought she had one more big bonus too, but
I don't know. I don't think so. Shows you how much I pay attention.
That's okay. And I know you're semi-retired, so you came out of
retirement. Yeah. I'm much more of a casual player these days, for sure.
That's okay. And you came out of retirement just to stay ahead of me on the leaderboard.
Well, honestly, so here's it. It was actually to get back ahead of Ryan Toomey or Tomei or whatever. That guy, man.
Oh, that's funny. So do you have like rivals? I mean, you've got obviously like a friendly rivalry with like Sapun and some of, Jeff Ray, some of those old school guys.
Yeah. I mean, Marty Donnelly. I mess with him a lot, but yeah, no. Ryan Toomey was my first like actual rival in this game. So I saw that he overtook me, so I had to get back in. So.
Well, this I don't know if you've been around 270 lately long enough to know Chase Moss.
But, I didn't. I play. That was who I played here.
You played him in the Masked Candidate as like this. So he clashed with me on turn number 1, just like a typical Chase Moss move here. He's going up in California again. Chase Moss, what the heck are you doing, dude? I'm playing as Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm going for California. That's so funny. He's just so hell bent here on getting California. But you know what, buddy? It's gonna be mine.
Well, it's like that. Like, I don't understand how you guys play these multiplayers, man. I don't have. This is always beyond me.
Well, I get it, but also, it's the way I can engage with the most people possible on the channel, and not have to. I don't know. It's fun. I mean, 1v1s are super fun, obviously, and I'm pretty good at them, but I definitely want to, get the most out of the time and these people who want to play also. So
When you need to play your game against Javier.
yes, I do. We will get that going ASAP.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just messing, but yeah, like the strategy for these ones are completely different than the ones, right? And that's like I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of gonna make it my mission here to make sure that Chase Moss does not win.
What was the name of that guy in the lounge way back when who would just say Trump all the time?
The guy that got kicked out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. The Daniels, Rick Daniels.
Yes. Okay, yeah. That guy was a character.
Yeah, he was definitely definitely causing a ruckus, but
So now that you're so in with all the not only the developers but the founders, man, like how did that happen? You
just me being persistent and annoying.
you persisted, and yet you persisted. Okay, I like it.
So no, I just trying to, I mean, I obviously care about this game, maybe borderline too much, but
No, dude. You rank the top 80 people. It's clear to say that it's too much.
yeah, and
But it's
that's
good. I mean, it's harmless. It's fine.
yeah, but also like I don't know. I care too much to let, random things like I think this game has so much potential. I do think that it's very stressful, and I don't even know if the developers realize how stressful it is. But like, there are lots of top players: Bryce Hawkins, Troy Moore, Adam Montgomery, Guillermo Javia, who have in the last like 1 or 2 days, announced they're going to withdraw and take a break. Like it's hard, to grind all this stuff and have a life, and I do think that COVID and the pandemic has helped that with that because people had extra time and maybe they don't have that much time anymore. And I think that 270 like undervalues how important the lounge is and the stuff we're doing for engagement. Because if we don't do this, I guarantee that they are negatively affected with the, with how many people drop out or whatever. And
Well, I mean, that's for sure true. Because, like, I can just speak on my conversations I've had with. Is it pronounced Supin or Supan?
So he will not get mad at anyone, but it is Sapun.
Okay, so I spoke with him, and before the launch tournament started, he'd only play as Free Bernie. And after he started getting his butt whooped in the tournaments that I was hosting, he went out and started buying candidates, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, clearly, what the lounge is what's carrying this game. And now that they're going to start doing their tournaments, we have to pay 99 cents to enter.
Mm-hmm.
That would never have happened without the lounge, right? Blowing up to what it is.
Yeah.
So,
for sure. And I get it. Like, they have to make their money somehow. And I think the idea is that,
who's playing is Bush because he's kicking ass.
I think. Yeah, I agree with you. I think getting that ag bonus is going to help me in the long run here.
Well, what is Chase doing?
What is Chase doing? Chase is doing what Chase does best.
Which is what? No, I don't even mean to. I don't know what that means.
He is just making his way around the map here. No bonuses.
What states is he in? He's
Probably
got California. Okay, so it looks like he's going for
Texas here.
Latino. Did he take him to Texas for real?
He just went to Texas one pip, yeah.
Dude, you have oil, ag, and manufacturing.
See, 1, 2, 3, 350. I don't have to lock it. I'm just gonna go 1. Okay. And then I don't have to go into. I'm gonna go in all of the manufacturing states just before they get locked here. And then no.
Are you in Cali? Oh yeah, you did. You
Yeah, I'm in, we clashed in Cali.
Is anybody else?
Just the two of us.
Oh shit. Well, Chase is definitely going to be the first one out. So
yeah, I'm not in Florida, but I can just kind of hang back here. Chase is gonna big spend. Big spend, big spend.
big spend to what?
All the way to Illinois, which I blocked.
Yeah.
That was his degree all-in moment. Brought to you by
Degree.
World Series of Poker. Yeah. All right. Now we.
So his games, his laptop's about to glitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when he's losing. Apparently,
I'm going to. I'm gonna lock Wisconsin, which is maybe an overspend.
Well, no, you just get to 100, and then you'll get California.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I just don't want Bush to take some EVs here from me. So I kept Iowa. There goes a forfeit. Chase Moss has left the building.
Jesus. All right, man. Well, it was great catching up with you. I'm gonna fire up my 2K. So
I appreciate you coming by. Any last words for the gallery here?
No, man. You guys have really taken this shit to the next. It's funny, like I started that, like, yeah, okay, I was the first to do these tournaments, but like this mass tournament one, right? Like I didn't have any clues or anything. Like you guys always find a way to like make it that much better, which I just think is hilarious. It shows like how like simple-minded I am. Like, yeah, okay, I had it, but like I would never do the things that you guys are doing to him. So it's just so funny to see like, oh shit, yeah, okay, that's actually a really good idea.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome back anytime, and I appreciate it way more than.
Oh damn!
I appreciate RBG chasing me in California, but at least she wasted a ton of money in Florida. So that's going to be a good game. I think that's 215 EVs. There's Latino. Or I need to get high tech. I guess I don't have that, but I am pressuring in New York now, so that'll be fun. But yeah, thanks, TJ.
No
I'll be
problem,
in touch with you, and until next time.
Yeah, you know where to find me.
All right, later, man.
Bye.
Awesome, guys. That was TJ. I'm going to go ahead and go up in one in Nevada, one in New Jersey, and I should be pretty safe for this ballot round that's upcoming. New York could flip here. Cali's locked in. I could have gone up in Arizona, but I just want to see what I want to do. Have my manufacturing, which can solidify Indiana and Kentucky. Arizona's locked. Clash in New Jersey, but there was already entrance there, so we should have a ballot. And so I've got 1.01 million. I am going to go up into New York to the third pip, and then I'm going to chase RBG. Let's go in Washington. Let's go. Where are we at? What else are we? Let's go up in New Jersey. I can't. Oh my goodness. How dumb. Well, at least I'm safe, but I just wasted a ton of money here. So Alaska's going to flip. Massachusetts flips. Let's go ahead and skip it. So RBG's eliminated. We do inherit New York. Good game to RBG. So we're 248. I need to go up 1, 3, 4, 6. He does have Old South. He does have AA, so I'll go one more. But really, just need to choose a couple states and go with it here. Oh, we'll lock Michigan. That seems like an important state right now. Got Ag. Ag will help me in the upper Midwest. I think I'm going to leave the rest of the AA states alone. So he did low spin. We do take pressure or take the lead in Arizona, which is huge. He does have Oasis basically. So he does have the potential to go up in New York, but it's highly unlikely. Going to go ahead and take Delaware, take Maryland, take New Jersey. I think I'm going to lock Washington. And I have this ag money. Maybe I can lock Nebraska and lock Minnesota. That'd be good. I have the oil and gas money, which I can use next turn in South Dakota, Alaska, and North Dakota. And then my town and gown money, or not my town and gown, my manufacturing money, I might just use in Pennsylvania. There's town and gown. There's a ballot. Big money coming here. I'll leave that one alone. Okay. I actually don't think I spent nearly enough money here. Wish I went in Indiana and Kentucky. Ran out of time. But I should flip some. It's just a matter of how much he flip. Idaho flips by 1. Maryland's locked. Should get North Dakota. Hopefully we maintain Nevada. This is huge. We do, yes. Clash. Big clash. Not sure about New Jersey. Gonna lose New Jersey by 1. Oregon by 1. Pennsylvania defended. Eek. South Dakota flips. Utah, I betcha flips. Okay, so we did finish over 300 EVs, 301 to be exact, and that is a good game. Well, I appreciate everyone who did join in the stream. This was kind of impromptu. As you guys know, my mask candidate is just contingent on when 2 people can play, and I only have 1 more match left in the first round. So hopefully that'll be happening sometime this week. I tried to go live in the 270 lounge and I actually was getting an error. So I panicked and I just went live on YouTube instead. So good game to Jimmy, good game to Paul, and good game to Chase. But that's going to do it for me. I'm going to sign off. I am planning on taking tomorrow off as far as 270 goes. I might do a late night stream, but it is my son's first birthday. So I'm going to spend some time with him and with my family and my wife. So I did get a new Discord channel, so you can follow me on Discord. I will throw that link on this video in the description, but you can also follow me at Brendan270game, and I did share that link out. But let's see, I'm reading some of the comments here. I deserve a 30% cut for helping you win. I have no idea if you're talking about me, but I was not looking to see. So if you tried, I didn't pay attention. Um, let's see. Just reading the comments here. Yeah, Cult of Fan says birthday cake. So yeah, it's been a crazy year. Obviously, we had the little guy. We didn't have to have masks and do all the stuff in the hospital. That was a year ago in February. So fast forward, going through all that in quarantine, it's been pretty crazy. But we are excited to celebrate, and we hope that he can stay small forever. But that's not the case. But last question here. Howie Dog says, who are the worst candidates? I would say Sarah Palin is one of them. I would say that Tom Steyer is another terrible candidate. I think that a candidate like including Trump, even though it has really high national groups, has such terrible state groups. If you don't get your national groups and are going to 1v1, that can be pretty bad. Blue Panda is also saying James Madison. I think he's got like a 50% minus and like AA and 50% minus and something else. It's like swing or something. So yeah, all candidates have their advantages and disadvantages, but I will keep you guys in the loop if I hear something about future updates. Anyways, I'm going to sign off for now. Hope you guys have a good evening, day, time, whatever, wherever it is for you guys. And until next time, I will catch you guys in the next 2-7.